stop for a little bit. But the good thing is I ended up with a better piece of material. I was using that big chunk of material, so I changed the program a little bit. So this is not as much running around and cutting. So here we go. We're not going to say so anymore. Isn't that one of the rules? I think that's one of the rules. So what we want to do, God, we're just not going to give that one up. Just want to put that guy in there. And we don't need parallels in there, so let's just pull those guys out. And I'm just going to skim just a little bit off the top of this with this face mill. Now this face mill is you know, just it has steel inserts in it, so it's really not going to give as nice a finish as I would normally put in, but I'm not concerned about it because most of the material is going to end up being gone anyway. So we're just going to run just a skim pass across the top. That's good. And then we need to find our coordinate, our position. So let's pull up tool 1. Okay, so what we have here, this is called an edge finder. And some frickin' genius at some point, maybe 100 years ago, I need to do a little research and figure out who came up with this whole idea. Anyway, it's all precision ground. The tip of it is 200 thousandths. This one happens to have a flat, and I think it's a brown and sharp, so it ends up, once it touches, you can hear it pop. But normally, all it does is it comes up, and as soon as it touches the edge of the part, it pops to the side. Now, what kind of killer physics, genius situation, how that works, I don't know. But it's cool as hell. So let's take the burr off of there, and we'll find our work position. So we're just going to come down and touch off. I don't normally I would, never mind. I was going to explain, coming off of the front of the part, you have the back of the jaws which are set. The front of the part, the front jaws are not set, so they vary a little bit. So for most practical purposes, I would always come off of the back of the jaw, just because it's always the stable thing. But since we're going to just kind of machine on the inside of the part, I don't really care, and it's sort of, I know where the dimension is from the front of this, and this is going to all get cut away anyway. So I tell you that. Okay, can you see that? Let me zoom in on this. Not that far. How about right there? Okay, and you can hear it. Okay, that means it's right at the edge. So, we know where that edge is exactly. Let me put the camera back. So we're going to set the work coordinate in here, which is 551 divide 2 is 275 plus 100 thousandths. So we need half of that diameter. 200 thousandths, half is 1. That will put us the whole spindle, this complete spindle, right on the edge. So we're going to be 0.4 is what I want. Negative 0.4, and that will put our work position in the right place, and then we'll do the same thing on the end. We've gone too far, so this side isn't working. Can't hear it snap like that. Okay, right there, and so we're going to be an X negative point. Let's go 4 also. Okay, that'll do that. Let's set the tools. So we're going to run tool 2, which I reprogrammed this to use tool 2 to do all the roughing and finishing. Tool 2 is just a small 1/4 inch end mill, but it does a good job. So normally you would run a bigger tool to get rid of most of the material and then maybe come in with a small tool to finish, but we're just going to do everything with this. And we're going to touch the top of the part off with this fine piece of paper. This is Only the Best, National JACL Credit Union. Can you hear that compressor? I think the belt is loose. I think maybe I need to go tighten the belt up on that. But this is precision paper, straight off of a free notepad. So we just come down until it touches off. We don't want to run it into the part because it breaks the tips of the tools. Set tool 2, 0 diameter. Tool 5, because we need to... Oh, I should have done tool 3 first. It's alright, we'll come back. Since I'm not too concerned about the drill and where its height that much, we'll just eyeball that. Tool 5, 0 offset, and then tool 6. Same with this guy. If it's off 10 or 20 thousandths, I don't really care. It's not going to affect anything. Okay, let's go back to tool 3, which is our ball end mill. Don't try to use a non-alkaline paper. Non-alkaline paper isn't quite as accurate. So that's tool 3. And don't believe the obvious silliness that I say. That's a real key feature of listening to me talk. Is I am a little bit... The key elements of... I won't deviate. I'll give you the truth. But if it makes me laugh, then I'll say it. Okay, so we need to change the program. We're going to pull up. Ooh. Okay. So I think I'm going to reposition this camera so it's above this and doesn't spray coolant all over.